All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Peck.
I'm Chris, and we got to get right to this. I can't take it anymore.
We're here once again to address and air our grievances with TNA Wrestling once again. I'm sorry, but it's because we like you guys so much and we watch your program so much that we constantly criticize you. WWE, we've said our pieces about it. Everybody knows our position on some of the crap that they do. But because you keep repeating the same mistakes and you don't listen to us, we have to keep repeating ourselves.
The gut check has to stop right now. Absolutely, cut it, kill it,
Over.
murder it, done. It doesn't serve a purpose. It really doesn't. I don't care.
Well, the only thing it serves a purpose is...
It buries a talent.
Well, that and it lets people go buy merchandise, which used to be the women's matches, but since TNA actually puts on good women's matches, no one leaves for those.
I can't take it anymore. Like, this week was horrendous. Or last week, I'm sorry. The Van Hammer guy wrestled the big muscle guy. It was the worst match I think I've ever seen.
Oh, I don't know. I've had to sit through some pretty bad ones. Now, I did get to see one that was really, really funny. It was literally 1:45, and Doug Williams made someone tap out to a side headlock.
Good.
It was supposed to be an Anaconda Vice, but he didn't. The guy kept his arm down at his side, and it was a side headlock, and he tapped out. It was the funniest thing I ever saw.
It's the dumbest concept I've ever seen. It just buries wrestlers.
It used to be okay when they were putting them in there with veterans
and
people they weren't going to beat. Now they're putting jobbers in with jobbers.
Yeah, when they start that, I haven't even watched it.
Sam Shaw and Alex Silver. Well, no, before that they were. But yeah, whenever they started doing two new wrestlers against each other, it was just a catastrophe.
It started with that goofy guy they got on the Bound for Glory series now, like that thin dude who looks like.
The guy that looks like Bradshaw, but he's big, but he's thin.
It started, I think, with him and that crap.
Jay Bradley, is that his name?
Who cares?
Yeah, that's his name.
I mean, the problem is this. You have someone like Adam Pearce. A world champion.
In NWA.
And also a veteran of Ring of Honor shows. He's been all around the world.
Good wrestler. I mean, he's a name. If if you're one of the underground wrestling people, actually follow other promotions and whatnot, and not just on WWE or TNA, you've heard of the guy. You've seen him.
Just got off a big feud with Colt Cabana. He comes in, wrestles some dude in a mask I don't even care about, wins. They don't sign him. Apparently they did, but they didn't on TV.
Storyline-wise, they give the contract to the guy in the mask, the luchador loser that doesn't have any talent at all that he beat.
Horrible.
And I'm not even disparaging luchadors. I'm just talking about the fact that this guy was awful. He was just some idiot in the mask.
They don't need this. Adam Pearce doesn't need to do this at all. It's almost disrespecting this guy. If they did this to Desmond Wolfe when he first came, it would have totally discredited him completely.
And we never would have gotten anybody getting built up at a level.
Desmond Wolfe comes in right off the bat, has his own theme.
Right after Kurt Angle.
Yes. Own theme, own identity, goes after Angle. Adam Pearce comes in, wrestles some guy I've never heard of, wins,
barely beats him with a
but doesn't get signed.
Roll up with his feet on the ropes, and they don't.
It doesn't make any sense, and it just discredits the whole purpose of him, his character, and his wrestling ability. It's horrendous. It doesn't help anybody. Everyone loses that goes through gut check. It's shit. It's crap. It needs to go. And
you've obviously proven that your judges have no idea what's going on.
Well,
is Taz even one of the
I don't even care. Taz came in and buried that one wrestler, said he was Van Hammer's back, totally buried the guy before he even got in the ring. It ruins your character. It ruins you as a wrestler. It ruins everything. Get this shit off, please.
Where they're having the gut check isn't where either of these independent wrestlers are from. Well,
the one they did have, this guy, it was his hometown last week, this Van Hammer guy. But no one cared.
But that's not even
the fans couldn't get behind him.
If it's supposed to be a competition, how are you going to let it be the one guy's hometown and the other one not,
Here's what makes me mad, too. Chase Stevens on his Facebook was asking fans to have him
vote him into the gut check.
I'm like, you shouldn't have to do that, dude. You should just debut on the show and be done with it. Yeah, you've been there, done that. That's disgraceful to you. This whole concept is stupid. It's just horrendous. It needs to stop. It discredits wrestlers. It makes them look bad. If I was a pro and I was a world champion, I'd be like, I'm not doing that. If you debut me, just debut me as a wrestler and I'll come in and wrestle somebody. But I'm not going through this. It's just crap.
Plus, the rating companies keep track of, which segments gain and lose viewers. The gut check matches lose arguably the most viewers for TNA during any segment, and some of them never come back.
Well, it's two guys you never heard of. You don't care. There's no build up or anything, and it's just like three overweight guys are going to judge. It's terrible.
We dread
it's garbage.
Every time we watch Impact, and we're like, next week TNA gut check. No,
it's awful. Please, stop.
And it makes it look like you have no idea what you're doing as a promoter when you can't evaluate talent. You have to ask the fans, really? The fans, the marks, the people like that. They don't judge based on wrestling ability. They judge good guy, bad guy.
In the segment of gut check, why don't you take the time and write something worth it and make it a good show to watch? Because quite frankly, it's not cutting it.
And here's what I don't get. They decide, okay, 2 people from Gut Check are going to fight on a pay-per-view, which no one reacted to either wrestler.
Of course not. There's no build-up for them.
And you give a spot in the Bound for Glory series, which we'll get to in a minute.
And they're not even on the show.
A guy, and, well, no, I mean, he's been on the show in the Bound for Glory series, but, you know, what, you don't let Magnus in the, or you don't let Matt Morgan in the Bound for Glory series, you give it to this guy? Why?
These guys on Gut Check, they win, and then they vanish for 3 months. They come back. No one remembers them. No one cares.
Taylor Hendricks, the only girl that I want to see from Gut Check.
It doesn't matter. She'll come back. No one will remember her.
She wrestled one match, and I missed it because I was sick or something, or I had to work.
This is what ruins them. They go to train or do whatever. Instead of just having them debut when they're ready and get a fan base, they don't do that. They take them off television. People forget who they are. They come back, and it takes another 3 months to build them. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. Stop it. TNA, stop it. I can't take it. I just want to take whoever runs this and strangles them. Just strangle them to death. I can't take it anymore. I can't take Taz. I can't take Mike TNA. Those idiots need to go too. Fire them. Get rid of them. They need to get off the air.
They've gotten worse since Bruce Pritchard
took over
creative control.
Taz is so awful. He can't even speak English. He can't even articulate words. He's so
We thought
horrible.
we had it bad when Vince Russo was running the show, but, I mean, Bruce Pritchard is just... I mean, in some ways it's gotten better, in some ways it's gotten worse.
They got that other WWF guy now, that Big John, whatever. He's a part of he's like the production executive or whatever. I'm like, stop hiring WWF people. Just get other wrestling
the production side will help. But in terms of
I don't know.
But in terms of actually evaluating the talent, they don't have anybody good.
I don't understand why someone can't just run a company by themselves without WWE people stepping in and trying to run it. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it's because it just makes your company look better if you get someone from a larger company that had a track record of success.
That's fine. I wouldn't trust them.
Well, they left that company for a reason, though.
Yeah, but they're still tied to it. No thanks.
Not necessarily. I mean, we could debate that all day, but
I know.
It's just one of those things, I don't know.
Kill Gut Check and bury forever. All right, now we got this Bound for Glory series, which gets on my nerves too.
The Bind and Gag Me series, and it's not just binding the fans into boredom for over a month and a half and killing any feuds. It locks you into absolutely the possibility of no storylines for 12 people.
It's horrible.
You can't have anything come out of it when you're wrestling a different opponent every week.
I don't want to watch TNA till October now because I'm just going to see the same matches or the same wrestlers every week.
And we know there's no... I just don't get the sense, like I did during Destination X, that the world champion is ever going to lose his belt before October. Well,
I mean,
it's like what? Okay, is Chris Sabin really gonna beat Bully Ray now? Like, do we really think
he actually does? Or he doesn't beat Bully Ray, but he's the ex-champ now. He's going to fight him for the title or whatever.
No, he beat Austin Aries and won it back, which is retarded. Why did you have Austin Aries win it in the first place then?
Who cares?
And why did you create a new character named Manic Depressive or whatever his name is? He's not Suicide anymore. He's Manic Depressive.
Do the Bound for Glory series on a pay-per-view and leave us alone. I don't want to watch it.
We're sick of it being spread out over 3 months. It's basically giving up on 12 guys and just saying, we're just going to do this long, complicated standings things that you have to keep track of online. It's not even usually right.
Like, WCW used to do this in the early 90s, and I didn't care then. TNA's doing it now, and I still don't care. I don't want to see these guys every week wrestling each other, or just in general.
Only the top 4 make it to, which isn't even going to be a pay-per-view now.
Whatever.
Or No Surrender, or whatever
Who
it's going to be. So they're going to have that on Impact. So there's really no point in watching it until September, and then you see who the Final 4 is, and then we know who gets the title shot.
Well, the problem is, too, I don't want to see... These guys are going to be on the show every week, and it's like, you're taking away from, 40 other guys that need to get on television.
Well, no, I mean, these guys are arguably 12 main eventers, but the problem is...
Sam Shaw or whatever?
Well, no, not
yeah,
him,
that guy.
And Hernandez, not him. But, I mean, at least we're going to get to see Magnus. We need to see AJ Styles. We need to see Kaz. We need to see Daniels. We need to see those people, but we don't get to see Matt Morgan. No. He didn't make it for some reason. We have Joseph Park in there.
Thank God for that.
Is Abyss?
Thank God for Joseph Park, let me tell you.
Where is Abyss? We know that he is Abyss. What are they saving this for?
Hardcore Justice 2, he fights Judas Macias.
I know he does, but wait, Abyss does or Joseph Park does?
Abyss does, yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought it said Joseph Park.
Sinister Minister's going to be like the...
I know he comes back because it's on the trailer.
I can't wait to watch. We're going to do a review of that. I can't wait.
We have to, yeah. But it's
God help us all.
What are they waiting for? Are they waiting for Bound for Glory for Abyss to come back? He already came back. He's the television champion, but he's not on TV.
That makes sense.
And since there's no pay-per-view for him to defend the belt at, we're never going to see it defended.
I understand the Bound for Glory series. Like, there's just too many matches.
And there's too many rules. Why is the submission worth more than a pinfall? I mean, I get that a tap out never happens, but still.
This is like Starrcade '89, where it's just I just didn't care. They did all these round robin matches, and it was just like, what are we doing? And then they did the same thing, points. Whoever won.
I think to me, this is like TNA 2012 when I didn't care, TNA 2011 when I didn't care.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. Like, it's the dumbest concept. It's so old.
It's bad. The only other thing that might have been worse was, actually I liked it better, was the top 10 rankings. Those at least made sense.
That lasted for like 2 weeks. And
that didn't last long. We remember the TNA fantasy game where you could like bet on who won and lose. They don't even promote that anymore, so I guess that's dead.
Well, I mean, the Bound for Glory series, like, there's just too much of it. I don't care. Why can't we just get a feud where like two guys hate each other and they fight for the title? Why does it be some stupid tournament with no build-up?
And
it's
no
the dumbest thing.
Because everyone has to fight everyone, and it's not like anyone else is going to be bitter. But then you got people like James Storm and Gunner that should be in it that aren't in it but then now they don't have anybody to fight because you have two of the other tag teams. One member is in the Bound for Glory series and the other one isn't. So they don't have partners.
It's the stupidest idea because it ruins the concept for the big pay-per-view. Instead of building a feud for 4 or 5 months to culminate that pay-per-view, you have some stupid flim-flam tournament, and then the winner of that fights what. It's
their only
old.
sense of drama between the challenger and the champion is like that month before Bound for Glory when they work a couple of tag matches together and against each other.
It's
you never
stupid.
get the sense of like this long-term, I'm coming for you like 3 months in advance.
Now we had that last year with Rude and Storm, but that didn't even happen.
No, because they ended up fighting.
Stupid Bound for Glory series.
They just ended up fighting each other.
Yeah.
At Bound for Glory, and it was the great match, but it should have been for the title. It shouldn't have been.
Exactly, because then you have like Austin Aries out of nowhere with Hardy, and that was just it's a good match, but it was stupid.
It ended up being a good rivalry. I can't complain. I mean, I really can't fault them for that. But then
better build up with Storm
and Roode. Look what happened at the end of it in 2011.
Yeah.
If they didn't turn Bobby Roode heel, and that didn't come out as a result of that, they would still be looking like fools.
That was horrendous when Rude lost because Angle got hurt or some crap.
Well, what made me even more angry was it made no sense to have Rude lose, then have Angle drop the belt in a minute and a half to James Storm.
Bound for Glory 2011 was horrendous. It was probably one of the worst pay-per-views TNA ever did.
I
Thank
was
God.
Screaming. Was that when?
That's when we had Hogan just walk around in jeans for like 20 minutes.
Was that the one when RVD beat Abyss, or was that 2010?
That was 10.
Oh, okay.
We know how good we had it back then. But at least 12, they redeemed themselves.
Oh, yeah. 2012 was a great show.
That's probably the best TNA pay-per-view, I think.
The One Slammiversary when we had Jolie here was pretty good, too.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
That was a really good one.
But, I mean, top to bottom, BFG 2012 was pretty heated.
Lockdown
one of the best ones.
Too.
I don't think it was. Remember
Wait, no. Lockdown this year sucked.
2010 Lockdown was pretty decent. This year was... They didn't even have half the matches weren't even in the cage. I couldn't believe that. They cheaped us out of that.
Event. I like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is just... the Bound for Glory series, it needs to stop. You ruin any mid-card. You ruin any... Because you have, like, a bunch of mid-carders that don't deserve to be in there. Then you have the side thing going on with the Main Event Mafia, but what? Your champion gets a bye until he has to defend his title once between now and, October?
Yeah, no.
He has to challenge the X Division champion, who may not even be Chris Sabin by July 18th. Oh, wait, yeah, it will be, because he kept it on the 11th.
So why did they even bring the Suicide back? Just to do a stupid, little...
I honestly don't know. Why do they have anybody on their X Division roster? Like Kenny King, useless. Sanjay Dutt, useless.
I'm so sick of him. God, I couldn't stand him back then. I can't stand him now. He serves no purpose.
That's the other thing that needs to go. Why do all X Division matches have to be a good triple threat? When is the last time you saw a good triple threat match that wasn't a three-way dance?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
They've all been bad. It's just a stupid concept. You overload people with triple threat matches and nothing matters. One more person doesn't make the match more extreme. It just makes it a cluster.
Yeah, too fast, too crazy, too stupid. Too much. I mean, TNA, this is what happens when you don't have a wrestling person running the company. You have this lady who has no clue about how to really run a wrestling promotion, and faking it the best she can. It's just, it's so frustrating.
Yay, Sting.
Yeah.
I've heard of you. Hogan.
She's
I know you guys aren't recent, but you still draw, right?
Yeah.
Right? We haven't made a new star in 10 years. Anyone?
It's so frustrating.
All our guys came from other companies. Jeff Hardy, Bobby Roode.
I can't stand that. Why do they...
Well, Bobby Roode came from them, but everyone else, Samoa Joe, ROH.
Yeah, they always have to bring someone else. Just make your own stars. It's not that hard. I know, they can't.
Except
Heaven
for
forbid.
Bobby Roode, and they're trying with Magnus, but they're holding him back at the
Of
same
course,
time.
they're wasting his time.
And now we get to the main event, Mafia. Talking about stupid things that they brought back.
Eminem.
I mean, yeah, it's stronger, but it's stupid.
It's easy to beat the Aces and Eights. You can just pin them.
Just put them in a tag match. They can't win tag matches.
Kennedy lays around in the matches most of the time anyway. It doesn't take much to pin him.
Kennedy carries those things. They stuck him with Briscoe and what the hell's the other guy? Bischoff. And I'm like, well, you basically just put Anderson in a handicap match.
Briscoe can't talk, man. He butchers.
He can't talk. He can't wrestle.
I figured him out right away. I'm like, wow, this is why he never made it. And that's just why he won't.
Bischoff is worse, though. Don't ever forget that. He's still worse than Wes Briscoe.
Eddie Munster, yeah. Two of the worst right there.
Thank God they're kind of like pushing Doc a little bit more to the front and pushing those two further back.
Yeah, but really, what's he going to do? Nothing.
Of all the people, the only person that lost their cut was D'Lo? It's like you didn't take it away from Briscoe and Garrett before you even gave it to them. They don't deserve it.
Horrendous. And Adam Pearce is somewhere lost in translation. It's just unjustifiable. What they should have did was like when Adam Pearce won his match, automatic Cole Cabana jumps the fence and starts beating the hell out of him.
Remember me?
Yep, and just has this intense look and then just walks out.
Or
big feud right there.
Remember his promo where Adam Cole was talking about, he's like, I'm 36. I don't have all the time in the world left. This is my only shot. So what if they pan the camera and he walks around the corner and lays out like Kurt Angle or something and immediately makes an impact?
Adam Pearce?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, one of those things. I mean, his whole promo was about, I'm not going to get another shot. So what if he goes after the biggest name he could find in TNA?
Good.
Or, tries to take out a younger guy and take his spot. Like, say he would go after Magnus or something and be like, this is my time. You'll have yours. I need this.
That'd be great. But, of course, they're not going to do that.
Or, if somebody gets hurt, throw him in the Bound for Glory series.
Absolutely. But that makes sense. You see, the TNA doesn't do that.
Oh, they waste... How many days did they waste on Crimson's undefeated streak, and he shows up once on TV and loses to Joseph Park, and now he can't get back on the show?
I know. It's like, Jesus.
And he actually cut a decent promo. I was kind of shocked. He changed up his look. He looked like he went to the gym for more than a day.
Well,
I didn't have a problem with him. I just thought he needed to go to the gym more and, get a little more polished instead of them building him up as, this wrecking machine, which he wasn't.
Who again?
Crimson. You remember, the big guy that we haven't seen in a while?
Well, he's another one,
He's not bad, though. I mean, there's
some weird body type.
He does, but so does Alex Wright, and so do I.
Alex Wright was amazing.
He's only 38. He can still come back.
Well, you know what? He's doing well with that...
German promotion.
Yeah, NEW. I wasn't sure... I wasn't sure if he was doing something with WWE because he had it on his Facebook, going into whatever to talk or something like that, or going to, and it was where a SmackDown taping was. I don't know, but he doesn't. I mean, if he came to TNA, it'd be great. But I mean, who's he really going to feud with?
I mean, the tag team titles now are basically in limbo because they have no one to fight. I don't ever want to see Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez get another tag title shot. They're completely useless.
Chavo Guerrero, the man who used Bosley hair transplants, I think. But
Hernandez can't get over either. I'm sorry. I don't care what people say about him. He's just a big body. He's useless.
A couple years ago, yes, but not now.
I met him in public. He's cool, but he sucks.
Well, this is why we need managers, because they can help promote people like Hernandez.
They don't have the money to pay managers.
Exactly.
They don't even pay SoCal Val to do anything except sit there with her giant face at ringside.
Ugh. I remember when she was the talk of the town, that Jay Lethal, Sanjay feud.
I hate Jay Lethal. I've hated Jay Lethal for years.
For years, Peck's been wanting to strangle him.
Whenever they had him beat AJ Styles and Ric Flair, I'm like, why are you wasting my time with Jay Lethal on a pay-per-view, period?
Well, apparently he can't do much or he gets held back, because look at the end result. Where's he at now?
Well, they built him up for 3 months in ROH. They wouldn't let the champion fight him. They gave him a title shot, and he lost cleanly within 15 minutes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not going to do nothing. He's in that flip-flop generation where they all flip around and have matches where they're like acrobats. It's
I care about him less than I care about the Pope, and but not the Catholic Pope. I don't really have any thoughts on him whatsoever. I'm talking about D'Angelo Dinero.
I was amazed how tiny he was, because in WWE, like, yeah, he was like a thinner guy, but he looked like he was like 6'1", 6'2". No, he's like 5'7".
They built him at 6'2".
Yeah, he's definitely.
But he was like the same. So he was basically the same height as Styles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, him and AJ weren't too far off.
Well, he was also a lot more bulked up, and when he was Elijah Burke.
He's probably roiding.
Yeah, probably.
Remember Jethro Holiday though? I'm gonna say that every podcast till they bring him back. Wait, him and Eric Young made a great tag team.
Which one was he? That wasn't Trevor Murdoch's
character.
Yeah,
that was him. Jethro Holiday. He was a face when he came.
Who was the other one that was with ODB? Was that him?
Yeah.
No, that was the guy with the beard.
Yeah, that was like that weird
the weird
trailer to hit guy.
Kentucky heroin dealer, whatever the hell his gimmick was.
He lasted 5 minutes.
Yeah, he wasn't there long.
But TNA's notorious for that, like 5-minute characters.
Say what you will about Trevor Murdoch.
I like them.
But when he was in WWE, and he would do the thing where he would randomly interrupt the Lance Cage matches and sing, he could actually sing.
See? We're missing something.
I was like, why don't you just go be a country singer? That's probably what he's doing now.
We need a good Texas tag team again. So if they bring Jethro Holiday back with someone else, I will jump on the bandwagon. I like that name, Holiday. It
just can't be Lance Cage.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. Oh, yeah, no pun there.
I mean, it can, but I'm not sure how that one's going to go over with the family. I mean, people in WWE were offended when Vince McMahon pinned God. If you drag a dead man out of his coffin and try to tag him in, I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, though. If Jethro Holiday, he just kind of randomly showed up, and he was a face, and it worked.
Everyone in TNA kind of
there's no build-up or nothing.
Do you remember Crimson?
We all remember.
Christian's awkward Slammiversary induction of Sting? I was like, of all the people to induct Sting into the TNA Hall of Fame, we get a guy that worked with him for a year and a half.
Yeah, thanks a bunch here. I think I'm going to start a Facebook page. I think please bring back Jethro Holiday and bring him a tag team partner.
Well, Dixie Carter won't even accept my friend request because apparently she's too popular and has too many Facebook friends.
Ooh, give me the stink eye there, huh?
Although she's probably heard all the horrible things I've said about that company.
Yeah, probably too. You know, she's giving you the big blow off, but that's all right.
Although probably the 2-page rant that I would send her about their incompetence and please give me your financial person's Facebook page so I can bitch at them about not signing RVD and not offering them more than an expired Subway gift card.
Isn't that a good you know what? Oh my god. That's a good topic, though. We need a good Texas tag team. There aren't any. You notice that?
There are redneck tag teams. There's Gunner and James Storm, but we don't have a Texas one.
No, they're not like where they're wearing the boots and the hats and they're whipping people around. We don't have that. I think that'd be a good tag team.
Is Bart Gunn still alive?
Yeah, he his son died right after that Raw he went on. But
what about Billy Gunn still doesn't look that old. I mean, we can always
throw a wig on him at least.
We can bring back the Smoking Guns.
His hairline just keeps going further back and further. He's looking like Jack Nicholson's illegitimate son. It's getting out of hand. But we need a good Southern Texas tag team.
Shawn Michaels is almost going bald too. It's bad. At least the Undertaker finally gave up and dicked it.
Yeah.
But he brings back the mohawk at least.
I'm kind of getting like that too, but we'll get some hair on me back, I swear. But
I need to cut mine. Well, the only thing Texas that we really have is AJ Styles' awesome new theme music.
Oh my god. I'm just tired of him, though.
I'm not. I like it, though. I like his new gimmick because he doesn't talk and he doesn't jump around as much. Think about it. How happy are you that AJ Styles doesn't say a word now? That's
the best thing you could do with him, really, because he can't talk.
Exactly. So if you have him just walk around in a shirt that says no one, his shortest promo was, I'm not joining the main event mafia. No one. He put the mic down. I'm like, perfect. This is exactly what you need to do.
I'm just tired of him, though. He was beaten to death, into our homes and family rooms. They would strangle me if AJ Styles weekly on Impact.
I'm not sick of him, though. I don't know why.
I'm not sick of the guy. I'm so done with him.
I was when he was feuding with Kurt Angle, and they were both good guys, and I was like, just enough. And then when he was fighting Daniels, and I'm like, the match you had in IWC with him was a lot better. I don't want to see this anymore. But no, I'm actually happy with his new gimmick change. Hell, I actually want Jeff Jarrett to come back for something new.
I don't. You could take AJ Styles, Jeff Jarrett, the Dudley Boys, Abyss, put them all on a boat and just sail them away somewhere.
Although there was a period of time when I didn't ever want to see Samoa Joe again.
Well, him too. That was a great thing. Remember when they beat him up and threw him in a car?
Threw him in a van.
Who cares who did it? We just thank you.
He never got revenge on any of them, did he?
I don't think we even found out who did it.
No, we didn't.
A bunch of maybe it was Aces and Eights way before the. Oh God.
They've given up on the motorcycle thing, apparently.
Probably too much money.
Well, none of them can ride. That's the problem. They all walked them during the promotional video. They were like going along, and you could see their feet moving. It was the funniest thing ever.
Who was that Sinister Minister managed? Who was that group?
Oh, the New Church.
They should come and just beat the shit out of Aces and Eights.
By the way, some of them are Hardcore Justice.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. I can't wait for that pay-per-view.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's what TNA should be, but
that's what I've been calling for. I'm like, what do you beat a motorcycle gang with? Satanists. Let's bring in the New Church. Do it.
It's probably like those guys just don't want to wrestle with them. I guess I don't know.
Oh, they don't get paid enough.
Yeah,
they're probably making more in JCW or wherever they're at.
Yeah, they're like, we ain't doing this. Half of them probably retired.
Probably.
I just. Like, TNA is just, you want it to be WCW or you want it to be better, but it's just not going to be, and I don't know when it's going to turn. It's just, the talent's sort of there. Yeah.
Like, it's like 1 year will be great, 1 year will be bad. 1 year, the best pay-per-view of the year will be the worst pay-per-view of the year. 1 year, a random pay-per-view they have will end up being one of the best, but the problem is now they only have 4.
Well, see, 2010, I think we were all kind of like blinded because everything was new. We thought it was pretty decent. Like, you could tell the quality of wrestling went down, but the fun came up. And it was pretty decent. It was pretty awesome. Like, there's so many wrestlers.
Hulk Hogan,
your dream came true, though. RVD was a champion. Come on. Even though they botched that because they didn't sign him properly. But.
Yeah, my dream turned into a nightmare the second I went and watched Payback and saw that video. I yelled no at my friend's television. He's like, I don't understand this. He goes, you haven't been here to watch a WWE pay-per-view in a year and a half.
Yeah.
The day you come here, they say RVD is going back to WWE. He's like, how does that happen? I'm like, I don't know.
You're going to say something about Hogan, though?
You were talking about being sick of AJ Styles.
Oh, I am, too.
I can't even... If I turn on the TV and they even say the word Hulk Hogan, my finger immediately hits the button and I change the channel. I don't want to see him. I don't want to hear him. I don't want to see him talk to Bully Ray. I don't want to see his son, Brooke. I don't want to see any of it.
Don't you love it?
Or his other son, Brooke.
How many Brooks does he have?
Well, he only has one, but he has 2 sons, Brooke and Nick.
Stop. Sorry.
For those of you that can't watch the podcast, which is all of you, my friend decided to pull up a gigantic Google Images search for Hulk Hogan. Do you realize if you had safe search off some of the garbage we would have to see right now?
Wow, you know what?
Sick bastard, get off of this.
I wonder how many roids he did over the years. I'm amazed he's still alive.
Like, you're amazed. I'm disappointed.
That definitely sums it up right there. They switched him in Brooks' face. That looks perfect. That's the way it should be. I'm
tired of him. I've never seen somebody be so over in wrestling, be so annoying to the point that I can't stand them.
I'm surprised he's not doing the Hulk Hogan and Friends tour again. Oh my god.
What, XWF?
Well, it was like that Hulk Hogan tour. I don't know, just some kind of random tour in Australia he made money off of.
Oh, yeah, he wrestled Ric Flair.
Yeah.
I'm just... he needs to go.
Let's do a podcast on Hogan. Just the utter disgust of Hogan.
We could.
That's the girl he's married to, I think. She looks so much like Brooke.
No, she's hotter than Brooke. She looks like a female.
Yeah, she's definitely
Brooke
better.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so TNA... Just someone help, please. Anyone.
No one's listening. No one's out there to help. It's like the Titanic. It's gonna. I think they'll always be around. I think as long as there's a TV deal, like Spike likes them, they're gonna keep them. But
you know what my only thing is though that I like to do? I like to get really close to the TV and make fun of the fans on the other side and be like, "Ha ha, I'm here. You paid for a ticket to this show. You can't get me. I'm on the other side of the screen. If I'm bored with Hulk Hogan, I can change the channel. You have to sit here and listen to him the whole time. Especially you people up front. You can't get up and go buy a T-shirt because all the people behind you actually want to see Hogan, and they'll be pissed at you if you stand up."
What's the attraction to get him though? Like, what is we need Hulk Hogan? Like, what is he legitimately gonna do? I don't think he's done much.
Idiots that will pay money to go watch someone talk instead of wrestle.
I mean, Hogan, he has no loyalty to anybody, so, I mean, I would never hire him.
And the only reason he's there is because WWE didn't want to put him on TV every week.
I mean, McMahon always wanted to make him the Babe Ruth, but I guess it just never came out that way, you know? Never panned out.
You know what, though? The longer Hulk Hogan stays away, the less matches he wrestles. You know who the biggest star people remember in WWE now? I mean, you'll have your people that say Austin and The Rock. The people remember from WrestleMania now is The Undertaker.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that because, you know, in my mind, better in every way than Hulk Hogan. Always was. Always will be. 2-1 against him in his career.
Like Bobby Heenan says, there's nothing worse than a fresh Undertaker.
But I'm Peck.
I'm Chris.
And please, TNA, I don't even know what I want anymore.
Stop the Bound for Glory series. Stop the gut check. We're sick of this crap. Good night.